Well, tonight I have the honor of welcoming our future storyteller tonight. I'm very excited about this. A published fashion designer and an award-winning stylist, Monique. Born and raised in Warner Robins, Georgia, self-taught designer, Ashley began styling professionally in 2009. She has styled local talent, like myself, along with celebrities, major celebrities. Ashley has loved fashion since she was a little girl. She often got in trouble for cutting up clothes and papers and getting them everywhere. Ashley believes that fashion should be comfortable while still being gorgeous. Her motto is, when you look good, you feel good. Step into her closet tonight, y'all, and be transformed by the godmother of fashion, Ashley Monique, everybody. Oh my God, everybody give it.
If I thread your needle, can I thread mine too? Threading a needle takes focus. It takes intentional focus, real intentional focus. So if I'm concentrating on threading your needle, how can I possibly concentrate on threading mine? See, this tiny hole right here that we have to put this thread through, this tiny, perfect structured hole. And I have to put this flimsy, sometimes frayed at the end, thread through it. It's frayed, it's torn at the ends, it's not pointed. So sometimes that means I have to put a little bit more focus on the thread than I do the needle. And in those moments, sometimes it can be a little tough, a little frustrating. But once the needle and the thread come together, oh, what a beautiful, beautiful creativity it comes. They create something so beautiful. Each stitch becomes a part of a bigger picture, your story. Every pass of the needle is a chapter in the journey towards the final masterpiece. But if I'm too busy threading your needle, where do I find the time to thread mine? How do I nurture my story? This thought, this metaphor, is not just about sewing. For me, it's about life. My whole life, my father has told me, handle your business first. Now it's funny because he laughs because I sound just like my father. I can mimic him really well. So he's always just like, Ashley, you don't have to be there for everybody. Why you gotta be there for everybody? Don't you got stuff you got to handle? But honestly, that's really hard for me. And it's always been hard for me. I've always been that person showing up for everyone else, the helper, the listener, the one who makes sure everyone is good. Even when my own life, my own work, my own passion, my own creativity is sitting in the corner, undone, like literally. At the end of the day, what happens? I'm rushing to complete things, or even worse, they're not getting done at all. Why? Maybe it's fear. Fear of letting people down, fear of not being liked, fear of not being heard, fear of being unseen, unwanted. I think I've been carrying that for a long time. And now, in the coming of age, this deeper awareness of who I really am, I'm finally seeing it for what it is. And I'm working on it. Let's go. But even in the process of healing, I still feel bad. Sometimes I still can't say no. Sometimes I still feel like I have to help. Maybe it's because I'm a natural giver. And I get it honest. My mom's a giver, my dad's a giver, my sister, we're just givers. That's what we do, okay? You know, got the body of Christ, okay? Don't blame me. If I can help, I really want to help. Like, if it's in me to help, I'm going to help. But what about me? What about putting that much attention into my work, into my stitch? I've done successful things. I've been places that people have only dreamed of. But do those things mean anything if I'm still not putting real time into my own needle and thread? If I'm constantly stitching for others, how can I stitch for myself? How can I build my own story? One stitch at a time. Let's talk about stitching. Y'all are ready for that, right? You have to stitch without fear. But let's be real. Fear is a part of it. Because sometimes when you're sewing, especially by hand, you're going to prick yourself. It's inevitable. I always say, you ain't a real sewer unless you prick yourself. And boy, I've had some pricks. Let me tell you about one. Buckle up. I was once working with a celebrity. And let me give y'all that real feeling. You know, when you're passionate about something and you get to a certain point in your career and your life and you have the opportunity to really show what you worked on your whole life has dreamed about. Like, this is the dream, this is the big picture. So you're excited for this moment. You're just like, oh, yes, I can't wait. Ooh, they about to see me everywhere. This is time, this is my moment. My dad always said it takes one person. Oh, let me say it right. It takes one person, Ash, that's it. So I started working with this celebrity. And when I tell you I put in work, I put in work. I recreated his whole wardrobe. I mean, and let's be real, I give credit where credit is due. He was good at picking out clothes. He could buy clothes like it was nothing. But I've been gifted with a special eye. I can take things that you see normally and I can turn it into something completely different. I put it together in a whole nother way. That's just the gift that's been placed in me. So I made his things make sense. I made every piece come together. I elevated his brand, his image, exactly what he wanted, I provided. I delivered, custom, by hand, hours of thoughts and creation. I was driving an hour and a half, 2 to 3 times a week, every weekend, sometimes back and forth, not getting paid. This is my craft, y'all, but I'm not getting paid. I wouldn't get paid until the project is done, but what happened to all the time in between of my giving, all my threading? Because passion, it really had me by the throat. And baby, sometimes your passion can get you in trouble.
I know that's right.
Sometimes your passion will have you really moving like a fiend. Let's be real. It's real. And I was being taken advantage of. Treated like I was owned. Treated like I was owned. Y'all like, who owned me? Who owned me? Like my time, my hands, my talents belonged to him. He came first. no matter what. It showed. He could smile and nod. Look, if he was right here right now, he could smile and nod all he wanted to. But it showed. Everyone knew it. My friends, my family, people who even work with him. All I would hear is, girl, how much you get paid for that? Or, hey, you been spending a lot of time with him? What you get for that? He sure keep calling you whenever. Y'all, it was really insane. But out of fear of messing up the opportunity, fear of burning a bridge, I stayed quiet. That's the prick. That's the needle stabbing your fingertip, and all you do is wipe the blood away and keep it moving. And then the day I finally spoke up, I thought I was doing something. I built this confidence after talks with my sister and all this encouragement. I built this confidence. So I'm like, let me stand up for me. Let me stand up for Ashley. Finally speak up. And it turned on me. Like I owed him. Like he created me. Like my gift came from him. Like everything I was doing was because of him. What's up with that? Still blows my mind. But let's get one thing clear. Ashley Monique is a business. It's a brand. It's a force. And there's no other name on it but mine. So no one owns me. That situation ended real ugly. Right before, I don't know if y'all ready to hear this. Right before the Grammys. Yeah, the Grammys. I had the opportunity to have my work at the Grammys, on the red carpet, on TV. But my sanity and my peace, they meant more. So I walked away. I couldn't kiss nobody's ego no more.
I know that's
for lack of better words. I did the steaming, the ironing, the styling, the fitting, the driving. I was at his house for hours just to get zero acknowledgement, zero credit. When I say hours, like, y'all know we're in Macon. Atlanta is sometimes a 2-hour drive. Sometimes 3, right, depending on the time of the day. And he wasn't in Atlanta, he was in Atlanta, okay? So let's be real. We all know, we call everything Atlanta, but Atlanta, you get it. So, it'll be 12, 1 o'clock in the night, in the morning. And I'm like, okay, it's time for me to go. And he's like, oh, you sure you can drive back? You gonna be okay driving back? Sir, you done kept me here all this time. And now all of a sudden you worried about me getting home safely. Where's my money? Come on. Zero credit. All I got was pressure and control. And I had enough. Because even if I was in those rooms, and I'll admit, I was introduced to a lot of rooms because of him. I wasn't being seen. I wasn't being valued. I was being used. And my spirit unraveled stitch by stitch. It was a rough lesson, but it was necessary. That was the prick. But it taught me exactly what I won't accept again. Because, sweetheart, you didn't make me. You didn't create this. You found me because of the gift that was already glowing inside of me.
That's right.
And even when you prick yourself, guess what? It doesn't stop the needle from going back through. It goes in and out. In and out. Just like life. Sometimes we pull back. Sometimes we go forward. Sometimes we pause mid-stitch to wipe a tear to catch our breath. but we keep going. And with every pull, the thread gets tighter, it's more secure, the fabric begins to take shape, the vision begins to look like something real, exactly what we wanted it to be. That's the beauty of the process. But here's the key. One stitch at a time. Tight, intentional, thoughtful. You can't rush this. You can't skip the steps. Big dramatic loops won't hold. Loose stitches unravel. Anything worth something, anything real, takes time, takes focus, takes presence. It takes you showing up for you. Because I know what it feels like to stitch from a place of peace. After all that drama, I chose me. I walked away from the Grammys. I chose me. Of course I'll have another opportunity. But I walked away from all the hype. And a few months later, I got a call. The call that I deserved. Another celebrity reached out. The one that truly respected me. This one saw my value. Flew me out. Shouted me out. Wore my work proudly. Tagged me. Praised me. Posted a whole video about driving to Macon. Just to get their custom pieces. And honestly, to me, it wasn't even my best work. But she wanted it. She honored it. She honored me. She reminded me that not every space is corrupt. That there are good people in this world who want to see you win. We don't gatekeep information. So you better tell them it's by Ashley Monique. Who don't drain your energy. She was a reflection of what it feels like to work in flow, to create without pressure. The stitch in the rhythm, not survival. And in that moment, I said, oh yeah, this is what I deserve. Because anything you love should not feel like torment. It should feel like freedom. It should flow like butter. And that's what I want every stitch of my life to feel like. I am not meant to be stuffed inside a box. Not a triangle, not a square, not a circle. Not a damn thing with edges or expectations. I'm a shape like no other. A pattern that can't be copied. So don't try to trace me. Just watch me create. Now let's talk about this needle. The needle is sharp. It has direction. It leads the way. That's my vision, my ability to push through. The thread is soft, flexible, but it carries the strength. That's my energy, my time, my voice. The fabric is everything I'm trying to hold together. My career, my relationship, my peace of mind. And each stitch is a decision I make every day about where to place my energy. And it all works together to create my pattern, my purpose. Now I want you to take a moment. Ask yourself, have you been stitching for everyone else? Have you left your own garments unfinished? What's frayed at the end of your thread? Because we all got something. But today, I choose to pick up my needle. I choose to tie those loose ends. I choose to stitch slow and steady. I choose me. So I'll thread my own needle. I'll take my time. I'll tie my loose ends, and I'll stitch my story one beautiful, miraculous stitch at a time. Thank you. Now, I wanted to give a shout out to my girl team for today. Whitney Alexander, Janice Terry,